we see that there's continuous motion across all the regulatory platforms and landscapes, and it's really shifting to a space of greater and more rigorous testing, having better and more accurate information. All right. So these documents do not just exist in isolation. These documents are supportive of one another. Some are more prescriptive in what they're suggesting, while others are more guidance documents to ask you to think about certain risks. What is clear is that the shift that we're seeing within industry that is happening across both the life sciences, the pharmaceutical and medical device industry, is this shift towards physical integrity performance. So we often thought of quality as something that we can actually challenge visually, whether it be through automated vision systems or manual visual inspection. What's clear is the regulatory bodies see integrity as a physical test, and it must be challenged and performed on a physical basis. So visual inspection systems are not the ideal or the norm. The validation of integrity is critical. So while ISO 11607 says we must validate the packages, how we're validating, what we're choosing to validate, how we're viewing risk is very different today than it was 5 years ago. So starting to look at that validation in a much broader scale, and also looking at the holistic life cycle of the package. A package is the single thing protecting a product for the life cycle of that package. Nothing else in the entire supply chain or in the manufacturing supply and value stream is something done to protect that product for its entire life beyond the walls of manufacturing, other than packaging. Packaging is the most critical aspect of it. So understanding a holistic or life cycle approach to container closure integrity is about asking what will impact this product. Not just is it integral today, but how will it shift over time? Through transportation shipment, through altitude testing, what else will impact that product, right? And lastly, the scientifically relevant sampling plan. Testing 100%, and we'll talk about testing regimes and how to test container closure integrity, but scientifically relevant sampling plans are listed in many of the new regulatory documents, the ICH Q8 and Q9, talking about risk and risk management. This is something that is very important because testing 100% is or may not be the right approach. It may not be the right approach. And if it is not, then we have to make sure that we're capturing quality while still not destroying samples or affecting production in a certain way. So a scientifically relevant sampling plan is absolutely needed in any testing regime. So again, these regulatory documents, one alone will offer some guidance and say what has to happen associated with a testing regime, but it's the documents in concert that identify the paths forward.